Selam.
Preparations for the 31st Arab Summit in Algeria are going now as the Arab leaders arrive at the place where they will participate in the summit. Also, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi arrives to participate in the 31st ordinary session of the Arab League Summit in Algeria on Tuesday. The presidential spokesman Bassam Radi said that President el-Sisi's participation in the two-day summit comes within the framework of keenness on boosting ties with brotherly Arab countries and continuing with the pivotal role to coordinate efforts for the interest of the Arab peoples. He said that the conference aims to focus on means of preserving the security and the stability of the region. The spokesman further added that President el-Sisi's program in Algeria includes holding a number of bilateral meetings with Arab leaders over expanding ties and exchanging points of views over the latest developments on the regional and international stages. And about the summit itself, Algeria is hosting the 31st summit of the largest annual Arab conference on Tuesday and Wednesday, as the region battles to find common ground over a series of contentious issues. The 22-member Arab League last held its summit in 2019 before the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. In the years since, new challenges have drastically reshaped the region's agenda with the establishment of diplomatic ties between the Israelis and former Arab League countries, as well as the fallout of the war in Ukraine. All these issues are expected to take center stage during Algeria's first hosting of the summit. The events provide an opportunity for Africa's largest country by territory to showcase its leadership in the Arab world. Algeria is also a major oil and gas producer and is perceived by European nations as a key supplier amid the global energy crisis. The summit's discussion points will include likely the food and energy crisis aggravated by the conflict in Eastern Europe. On the eve of the Arab Summit, Arab foreign ministers held a preparatory meeting that agreed on draft resolutions to be submitted to leaders for endorsements. Algeria's Foreign Minister Ramtan al-Amamra described the deliberations as successful. The Algerian top diplomat said the meetings had witnessed deep discussions on organizing the schedule. And now the preparations are still ongoing till all the leaders arrive at the center where the meetings will be held.
وطني يا مالي بحبك قلبي، وطني يا وطني الشعب العربي، وطني يا مالي بحبك قلبي، وطني يا وطني الشعب العربي. اللي ناديت بالوحدة الكبرى بعد ما شفت جمال الثورة. انت كبير واكبر كتير.
تدعيما للتضامن العربي وحرصا على دعم وحدة الصف العربي، غادر السيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي أرض الوطن متوجها لدولة الجزائر الشقيقة، حيث يترأس سيادته وفد مصر في اجتماعات الدورة 31 من أعمال مجلس جامعة
the Council of the League of Arab States during the November 1st and 2nd of 2022 in the Algerian capital. When His Excellency arrived in the capital Algeria, he was received by His Excellency the Algerian President Abdelmajid Tebboune and the senior officials in Algeria, in addition to the members of the Egyptian embassy in Algeria.
ومن المقرر أن تشهد
It's scheduled that the 31st session of the summit will likely witness the discussion of many important issues, including energy, combating terrorism, illegal migration, and all the challenges facing the Arab countries. That has been more than 1.5 million martyrs. They wrote with their pure bloods. I can't help but greeting and saluting our brothers in Algeria, the leadership of Algeria and the people of Algeria too, for the memory, for the anniversary of the Liberation Revolution, when the Algerian people at that time determined, especially on that day too, on being free. So they achieved this freedom that they pursued with blood everywhere, with the bloods of the martyrs that are pure, that went to the higher skies. We also will never forget when the bloods of the martyrs have been mixed in Tunisia with their brothers in Algeria and with many other Arab brothers in the several countries of the Arab world, including Palestine, because we share the soul of fighting for freedom and liberation, pride and dignity. We also share with all the citizens in the Arab world the same values that we are looking forward to and that we also aspire to achieve.
نلتقي في هذا المكان
In this place we meet,
وأهم من اللقاء
and
وأهم
most
من الاجتماع
importantly,
على
even
أهميته
more important than this very significant meeting in Algeria,
لأنه يجمع الإخوة
because
والأشقاء
it gathers all the brothers
حول جملة من الحلول
on a set of solutions,
ويجمعهم للاتفاق على الحد الأدنى من
as they
المحاولات
agreed
والوسائل
on the minimum level of approaches and means that makes available to us
تراكم في السابق
overcoming what have been accumulated in the past, including the disagreements and the newly
تطورات.
developments in the region.
بهذه المناسبة
In this occasion,
نستحضر التاريخ
we remember the history of the nation,
جامعة الدول العربية
the Arab countries, and the history of the League of Arab States too.
بآلامه
We remember it with its pain and pride.
ولا نتغاضى عن صعوبات
We
الحاضر
cannot also neglect the hardships of the present and the challenges
وإصرارنا
that we are facing, and that we are determined to overcome all of them and all of the obstacles,
نستشرف المستقبل
in addition to looking forward to the future,
خطة مع
in order to pass together with one heart
عزيمة واحدة
and with one will
كل الحواجز وكل أسباب
all the obstacles and the reasons for disagreements.
لا شك
Doubtlessly,
أن وضع فخامة الرئيس
the situation of His Excellency, my dear brother Abdelmajid Tebboune, the President of Algeria,
شعار
put this summit under the slogan, gathering everyone,
ما نعيش معا
briefly expresses what we live together,
شعورا بالواجب
including our feeling of duty to be gathered
من شعور
and our feeling of the necessity to overcome all the causes leading to the current situations that we all know.
أنه يمكن معا وأنا على
We also know that together, and I'm confident of this,
أن نعالج
that we
أسباب
can together bridge the reasons that created the gap
سوى ضعفا ووهنا
that made us weak.
ويمكن معا
We can also together establish
جامعة الدول
within the framework of the League of Arab States
أن نؤسس لمستقبل أفضل
a better future
منطقتنا
for our region and for the whole Arab nation
إنسانية
and even for all the humanity.
يعيش وطننا العربي
Our
العزيز
dear Arab nation,
طويلة
since many years,
أوضاعاً
has been through many difficult situations
التعقيد
that are very complex
تفاقماً
and aggravated also in the past years
نتيجة أسباب
as a result of
هذا مجال ذكرها
many things that has no room to be mentioned now, in addition that we know them already.
هذه الأسباب
Such things
تتمثل في السنين
are
الأخيرة
represented in the past years
في جملة من المسائل المتصلة بالمنطقة
and a set of issues related to the region itself, in addition to other reasons related to the whole world, including
ليس أقلها جائحة
and
الكوفيد
not limited to COVID-19 pandemic that shaked the whole world
كما زادت الأوضاع الاقتصادية والاجتماعية
and worsened the socio-economic situations in many regions worldwide.
تعزما هذا فضلا
Besides,
عن الاقتتال الداخلي
the internal fighting
في الضحايا
and the tens of thousands of
الذين
victims
يعيشون البؤس والفقر
who are
والحرمان
going through
أو يسقطون
poverty
كل يوم
or fall every day, die due to the battles that never stop even for a little time,
بأكثر قوة
but then gets back
وشراسة.
again even more fiercely.
بل أن بعض مدننا العربية
Even some of our Arab cities
تذكر في نشرات الأخبار
are no longer mentioned in the news bulletin,
مع الأحوال الجوية
but with
نشرات الأحوال
only
الجوية
the meteorological
أو
bulletin,
لذكر عدد الضحايا
or to mention the number of dead people and injured people.
أننا نعيش في
We
عديد
are
المناطق للأسف
living in many regions,
حرباً ضروساً
unfortunately,
في مواجهة من يريدون
grateful
إسقاط
war
الدول.
facing everyone who wants
ولا
to
يمكن
demolish the state.
أن نخرج منتصرين
We can
ظافرين
only win
إلا بوحدة الصف
with our
ولم
unity
الشمل
and our gathering,
والقضاء على كل أسباب الفرقة
and eliminating all the reasons for
والاتفاق
division
على
and disagreement.
التكاتف والتعاضد.
Moreover, we should agree on
أصحاب الجلالة
cooperation,
والفخامة والسمو
excellencies, royal highnesses.
السيد معالي الأمين العام لجامعة الدول
Your
العربية
Excellency, the Secretary General of League of Arab States, ladies and gentlemen,
تسلم اليوم
today
تونس
Tunisia
أمانة الرئاسة
delivers
العربية
the
إلى
Secretary of the
الجزائر
Presidency
الشقيقة
of the Arab Presidency of
بعد سنوات ثلاثة
to the brotherly state of Algeria after 3 years
سنوات استثنائية
that were exceptional
بكل المقاييس
at all the
في
levels,
ظرف إقليمي
in a regional situation and international situations that are characterized by being exceptional and unprecedented in terms of the size of the challenges and their multi-dimensions
وتتالي الأزمات
and the consecutive crises and changes and developments.
أزمة كوفيد
COVID pandemic
التي
crisis
استنزفت منظومتنا الصحية
that drained our health systems
وأثرت في اقتصاديات
and
العالم
impacted the economies of the whole world,
وفي الموازنات المالية
and the
والسياسات
budgets
الاجتماعية
and social policies
إلى الحرب اليوم
and the war also today
أو إلى في روسيا وأوكرانيا
in Ukraine and Russia
التي زادت من تفاقم أزمة
that
الأمن
even
الغذائي
aggravated
والطاقي
the energy and food crisis,
إلى جملة من الأسباب الأخرى
in addition to a set of other reasons.
التغيرات
Last but not least,
المناخية
the climate change,
والكوارث البيئية
environmental crises,
وتنامي الصراعات
and the growing conflicts
وما تبعها من تنامي للإرهاب
and the following increase
والجريمة
of
المنظمة
terrorism and organized
وشبكات
crime
الاتجار بالبشر.
and human trafficking networks.
كل هذه الأزمات
All of these
حركت
crises
العالم كله
disturbed the whole world
وكان لها الأثر السلبي
and
الكبير
adversely affected
على بلادنا العربية.
our Arab nation.
بلادنا العربية المثقلة أصلا
Our Arab countries that are burdened in the first place with many issues and many
من الهبوء من
challenges
المشاكل
and problems.
كما أربكت النظام
Such
العالمي
crises also disturb the world order
القائم
based on
وأثبتت هشاشته ووضعته
the existing world order and proved its fragility and made it face its imperfections and imbalance,
كأن هذه الألفية
as if this millennial
كان هذا القرن الجديد
and this new century
سنة 22
that started
وألف. لذلك فنحن في حاجة إلى
with our
مفاهيم
need
جديدة
to new concepts
وأفكار جديدة
and new ideas
وطرق جديدة
and even new
لا
means,
لمنطقتنا ولدولنا
not only for
ولأمتنا
our nation, countries and region, but also for the whole humanity.
وشاهدنا في
We've
السنوات
witnessed
الماضية
in the past years
كيف انغلقت دول على ذواتها
how many countries
في
became
ظل سياسات
isolated
حمائية
within protective
وكيف
policies,
أصبحت الدول
and how
تبحث
countries
عن خلاص فردي
are looking for salvation for itself only
وكيف كانت المحاولات الحثيثة
We also saw how
لنقل عديد
there were
القضايا
many attempts to
الجوهرية
change
للمعالجة في إطار
and
تجمعات
process
إقليمية
all
مغايرة.
core issues within limited regional blocks, as if we are returning to the
التاسع عشر
19th
حينما
century,
كانت هناك في الانقسامات والترتيبات
when there were many
التي
divisions
حصلت
and arrangements.
في تلك الفترة. نحن في القرن الحادي والعشرين
But actually we are in the
ولسنا في
21st
القرن
century,
التاسع عشر.
not the
ومثل
19th
هذه
century.
الإجراءات
Such procedures proved
أنها غير ناجعة
to be unsuccessful and to be
وعادلة.
unfair also.
في خضم جميع هذه التحديات
Amidst all these
لم
challenges,
تدخر تونس
Tunisia exerted all the efforts it can
بأن تظل القضايا العربية
exert to make all the Arab issues a top priority
أعمال جميع الاستحقاقات
in all the interests and on the agendas of all the international and regional and even bilateral meetings.
وستحرص
Tunisia also is keen on and will remain keen on
الموحد
voicing the Arab
وسط التجاذبات
opinion
وجموع الأصوات الداعية إلى
amidst all the voices that are calling for polarization and divisions.
ودعت وستدعو
Tunisia called upon and will also call upon the necessity to enhance the multilateral action because it is the most suitable framework to find solutions that are joint and mutual for the international crises.
لقد سعت تونس
Tunisia
إلى أن يكون الموقف العربي حاضرا
worked on making the Arab stance existent and active in the crystallization of any concept and during providing any solutions
وعلى الصعيد
at the international or even regional
لا
levels.
تكون المجموعة العربية
So the Arab group
هامش هذه الحلول
cannot be marginalized
على حساب مصلحة
in these solutions
العربية
and not to make these solutions drafted on the account of our